watched the game as always. I thought I'd draw it the best today, but there was a lot went on and it was entertaining, exciting. Disappointing we get nothing at the game. I'm going to go live now and then we're on. Hi, it's Billy Slavin. Thanks for joining me on Facebook Live and YouTube Live, and thanks as always to the sponsors: Cleveland Systems Engineering, Dovecot, Ultimate Windows, Galaxy Blinds, GRS Insulation, Cornerstone, Advanced Utility Solutions, Ocean Lighting, and TGM Cars. The team today, if you don't know it, that face Leeds at Ellen Road: Dieng, Benguera, McNair, Van den Berg, Dick Steele, Jones, Howson, Beleza, Rogers, Crooks, and Latty Lath. Same team as beat Preston 4-0 in midweek. And on the bench was Glover, Clark, Gilbert, Silvera, Coburn, Coulson, Engel, McCabe, and Cartwright. Again, no Hackney and Fry. So what game did I see? I thought the first half was a great advert for Championship football. It was end to end. It was entertaining. Both teams defensively were poor. But Borough got off to a dream start. I mean, the ball got played, but we were only a few minutes in. The balls went down the inside left. Latty Lath scored it. He's pretended he's going to hit it with his left for an angle, cut in on his right, and he's hit it top right-hand corner. So it might people question the goalkeeper. Most keepers think you're going to, when you cut into that angle, you're going to curl it across the goal, but he hit it near post. Keeper was caught, and it was a great start. And then 2 minutes later, Beleza plays a poor ball out of our defence, just gets beyond the 18-yard box on the right, our right. The lad gets it, beats two players, crosses it, and one of the smallest lads in the pitch headers it down, and it's one each. And then 6 minutes on the clock, amazingly, the 3 goals scored. They scored another poor goal on our part. And then Paddy McNair limped off in about 36 minutes or something. Paddy limps off, Big Clark comes on, Dieng gets the ball, throws it straight to the Leeds player. The lad goes into the box. Big Clark, who's not even breathed the fresh air in yet, he falls, stumbles, and wraps his arm round the Leeds player. And that was 3-1. And then 45 minutes, Latty Lath gets a header. It was a cross, good header, good goal. Second half was a non-event. Neither team really get going. The energy levels dropped. The entertainment, creativity levels dropped. And our best chance second half was Rogers hit the post. It took a wicked deflection. Keeper was beat to the wall. Looks as if it was on the right-hand side of the goal and clipped the post. And they had a 1-on-1 situation. Then Patrick Bamford, I didn't even recognise him. He cropped blonde hair, bleached blonde hair. He looked like a thin Sam Smith. Anyway, he had a header straight to the goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper saved it. As I say, in his defence, he was just off the bench. But we give it a good go. But what I would say is, defending's awful. That's 5 league games. The last 5 league games, we've conceded 3 goals in 3 of the games out of the last 5. That's not good enough. Not good enough. And it's something we need to sort out. I mean, we keep chopping and changing defence, whether it's injuries or loss of form or whatever. We can't blame 1 or 2 defenders. But I think, me personally, I think a lot of the damage is done down the flanks. They good wingers, they don't kid yourself. But the guys on the left and right flanks do not help the back 2 enough. I mean, I thought we really toiled. I mean, Rogers and Jones have to get backtrack. For me, neither get in the game creating stuff for the wings. I can't remember a cross for either. Correct me if I'm wrong. I can't remember one ball of any quality into the box for either flank man. And they do not help the 2 defenders, Benguera and Dick Steele. And that for me is a major crime. Hey, look, I used to go and play outside left sometime, and I used to say to the fullback behind me, listen, I've got the engines, the energy and the stamina to get back, but I can't defend. You just keep me right. But I don't know if the boys behind are actually talking to them. But big hole there, and it's something we need to sort out. The January window's approaching. Yeah, Paddy's obviously injured, Lenihan's injured, McGree's injured, Hackney's injured, Fry's injured. The injuries, I say this start of the season, when the winter comes in, loss of form, injuries, sending offs, it's all happening. I mean, Dick Steele got sent off. Second yellow card. Disappointing. I'm going to read these out rather than me ranting, so, because it's all about you as the fans. Poor again defensively, shocking. Conceding 2 goals in minutes deserve to get people. Yeah, I mean, within a 3-minute spell, we've conceded 2 goals. We've got a goal. What a start. The best start you can ever dream of going to Ellen Road. Never happened in my lifetime, but, you know, we go there, score a goal, fine goal at that, Latty laugh, and then, lo and behold, within 6-7 minutes, we score in a couple of minutes, 6-7 minutes, we're 2-1 down. You couldn't make it up. You could not make it up. And I have to say again, Latty laugh, well done for the 2 goals. But Latty laugh should have had 5 today. He missed 3 sitters. A 1-on-1, 2 headers, 6 yards out, middle of the goal, by the post. Yeah, not good enough. We need to be more ruthless. 2 goals was great. Well done, and I think he's due a goal. I know he's been out of the team, but he cost us £5 million. He needs to start producing now. But he scored 2. But I hope he's got the mindset of me. If I scored 2, I'd be on the bus coming back going, I could have had 6 today. I dwelled on the ones that I missed rather than the ones I scored. You might not have that mentality, but hello, Bernie Joe Slidden. I hope you're okay. I'm Mohammed. Unbelievable, crazy game today. We kick ourselves again, and it bloody hurts more. Sorry, it bloody hurts more when it's Leeds. Leeds, that's the top. Carrick saying we let it slip badly in his press conference to Phil Hay. Don't know who Phil Hay is. He's a horse. But we let it slip. We let it slip because we're bad defensively. As I mentioned, the last 5 league games, 9 goals in 3 of the games out the 5. It's not good enough. It's definitely not good enough. I mean, Plymouth will let 3 in, Bristol will let 3 in, today we've let 3 in. Not good enough. And you don't get it. And by the way, looking at Leeds, defensively, they're garbage as well. I mean, 2 of the smallest guys in the pitch, their lad, no lad, 2 5'0" scored with headers. As I say, you couldn't make it up. On a positive, Bernie, great to see Latty laugh, get 2 goals, could have had 5. I've just said that, Matt, so you're obviously thinking the same as me. He should have had 5, but you don't always get, but you have to hit the target if you're 6 yards out, middle of the goal. Unmarked, you need to hit the target. I mean, there was one he just totally miscued. Matthew King says, bring on January's transfer window. Still positive we can have a good second half of the season, but squad thin now. Defending was terrible, Ian. That's an understatement, Ian. I'm telling you, neither team, I put out that on the social network, neither team could keep chickens out of a pen today. I mean, if you've got a pen, the chickens are trying to get the pen, you go, shoo, shoo, shoo. That's what it's like. And the chickens get by you. That was what it's like today. Comedy. Matthew King, poor headers to concede against small lads. Well, I've said that, Matthew. Disappointing. Defensive blame for all 3 goals. Latty laugh missed 2 easier attempts than he put away. McNair injured. Dick Steele, this is fair. Paul Kearney. Dick Steele out with a ban now. We're a mess in defence-wise. Latty laugh should have scored 4. Colin, I've got him down for 5. Stephen says, discipline. I think you mean discipline. Obviously, predictive tech. Discipline poor. Also was end to end. They didn't look great. No, neither. Both teams. It could have ended up 5-5 or 6-6. Second half, everything fizzled out. Everything was done in the first half. The first half is if you were a neutral watching it, you'd been delighted what you were watching. Mistakes galore, misses galore, goals galore. You know, it was very good. Bonjour from France, Bernie. I'd like to say Borough were outclassed, but they weren't. I say for Christopher Abel, who is in France. I'd like to say Borough are a poor team, but they weren't. I'd like to say Borough won't make the playoffs, but I think they will. We are a good team, and we must keep the faith up the Borough. Christopher, I've heard that saying for years. Keep the faith, keep the faith. We're going to do it next year. We're going to do it this year. We're going to do it next year again. Let the players keep the faith. I watched today and I thought in certain quarters we were good, but in certain quarters we were really bad. And the defence is the biggest sin of all. The wide men never got a ball in the box. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody watched the game? Am I wrong in saying our wide players, Rodgers and Jones, did they get any balls in the box of any quality, of any note? I can't remember any. None. But I can't remember anybody giving them an air bashing at it. If I'm up the middle and nobody's getting me the ball, and that's one of the downsides about Latte Laugh, you have to play a certain type of ball. Latte Laugh likes him up the inside, right and left channels. He likes him over the top because he's pacey. Balls in wide, they have to be precision balls in the box. And on the floor, because, well, saying on the floor, I was going to say 5 foot nothing, but he scored with his head. But contradictory. That shouldn't happen. That shows how bad Leeds were defensively. Beleza was poor with his passing. Yeah, Beleza gave a bad ball away and Dieng's ball. I keep saying it, fanning about the back. 2 of the goals today were caused with fanning about the back. We ain't Man City. We'll never be Man City. We've not got the money. We've not got the class. And everybody tries to play the pet way. And I keep seeing it, knowing that there's going to be mistakes. We get away with it time after time after time. And the big games coming, and there'll be bigger games than today, into the new year. We need to start putting teams to bed and keeping it tight at the back. And this, so Beleza shanks the ball, well, he doesn't miskick it, it's a bad ball, out the box, 20 yards it goes for the goal line, outside the 18-yard box, the lad goes up, beats a couple of players, cross it back, sticks, thank you very much. That's one of the goals. Next one, Dieng gets it, bad ball, Clark's just off the bench, been out for a year, the lad, felt sorry for him, he's backtracking, they play a ball, sort of inside right, lad gets it, cuts by Big Clark, he's off balance, he falls in a heap, and his last desperate is to grab the lad's legs, and it's a penalty. But it's the keeper's fault. Beleza's fault, fanning about wrong areas. They're not good enough. But get away with it every week. I say he's getting away with it, away with it, away with it. But you're going to come a time, you're going to come unstuck. Didn't expect much from today's game, but I wish we could have held that lead for a bit longer, let alone concede 2 in 5 minutes. That's for Coney. And Craig Daniels says, any news on Paddy's injury? Last thing we need at the minute. Disappointed. And it's still getting a red card. Yeah, well, 2 yellow cards obviously equal a red card, and I don't think the lad can, well, we can't have any, and the lad can't say that it was a wrong decision because he'd already been booked in the next one. He did do the lad. Hi, Bernie Joe Sullivan. Quick fire start was great start. Then lapse of concentration yet again, Samuel Elliott. I mean, go to Ellen Road, the Cauldron Ellen Road, the atmosphere would have been electric. Not through my telly, but I'm sure it was because it's full house, and Leeds are, along with the Borough fans, they're a passionate bunch and vocal bunch, and get right behind the sides. And then a couple of minutes in, you silence them way. Here, take that, what a goal. And then we go to sleep, and within 6-7 minutes we're 2-1 down. Poor defence. Beleza isn't good enough for Daniel Joseph. 2 mistakes cost 2 goals. We can't. Oh, we're not just cherry picking Beleza and well, I says Dieng caused the goal. He did, and Beleza played a part in the goal. They've still got a bit of work to do, but still bad defending all over the back line. But then you cannot just blame the back line. You need to look at the guys in front. You know, Beleza's obviously in front, so is he defending properly? Howson, is he quick enough getting back? Jones and Rodgers, are they getting back? Not well. I've seen it today. They're not. I've seen every game this season. Going forward, they're usually good. Those two. Jones was terrific the other night. Midweek, brilliant. Going forward, beating men, scoring goals. Today, never seen a ball in the box. Never seen him helping the defender. Nothing. Not a thing. And that's the thing. Good players keep it up. Keep the momentum going, keep the continuity, keep the belief, do it consistently. When you're drifting in and out of games or matches, or you know, a game on a Saturday, then a Wednesday, then a Saturday again, and you have one good game out of 3, that's not good enough. We need more continuity. Too much messing about with the ball under pressure. Just put your laces through it. That's for John Elcoat. So John's not messing about. Look, some managers, we criticise managers when we hoof it. We criticise managers when they play football. In the modern day now, everybody's trying to play it for the back, play football. I mean, you know about Man United. The keeper was bought for X amount, a million of pounds, because he's good on the ball. His first and foremost job is to save the blinking ball. He's thrown them in. Goalkeeper, first and foremost, use your hands, then your feet. Anyway, forget Man United. Steve Sinton says Gilbert looks out of his depth. Latte should have won the game on his own. Latte laugh. Look, I'm only talking how I would if I was playing today and I'm in Latty Laughs boots, but only I'm barely slaving. I'd be sitting here and I'd be saying, gutted with the defending, all over the pitch, not good enough. Me as a centre forward, I thought my first goal was a very good goal. I thought my second one, I ghosted in the header, despite me being 5'0" nothing. But I missed three. I missed three great chances, 6 yards out. 1-on-1, he could have went round the keeper. I know hindsight's a wonderful thing. I've missed it myself. We all miss sitters. But he could have rounded the keeper, but he tried to just hit it by him. Well, he's not going to hit it by him. The keeper hit him right here. And it parried away. And then the next two were middle of the goal headers. One was brutal. Way off target. The goal's massive. He's middle of the goal and he'd miscued it. Hey, Bruce Rayf used to have a go at me and I stayed behind with a bag of balls. Let's hope Latty laughed. Despite his one goal with the head, he missed two with the head. Get a bag of balls, Latty. If you're watching on the bus, get a bag of balls. Stay behind for a couple of weeks. Get the young kid, get the balls in the head of them. Rotti cost Leeds 36 million. Don't think he was any better than Latty laughed. No, we're not. What we comparing the price to play both. I'm not really giving a damn about them. The only guy that really caught my eye in their team was the boy Gray, fullback, right-sided player, played fullback. He was similarly he's Andy Gray's son and Eddie Gray's godson or whatever. So he's littered with a family of footballers, top footballers at that. But he was impressive. I think he's an England under-21 lad, but he's classy. He was very cultured, he was fast. If he lost the ball, he chased back, unbelievable pace and work rate. And going forward, he was classy. I think he made one of the goals. Phil Hay reports on Leeds United. Sorry, pal. Sorry, I didn't know who Richard did say. I don't know any local reporters these days. Craig Dale says, poor defending, poor finishing, poor decision making. In the final third, let us down. They were also really poor at, as if Craig Dale's not messing about. The back, they were there for the taking. Yeah, Leeds, look, we're criticising us because we're focusing on Middlesbrough. Leeds were poor defensively, and I can't see them going up with that defence. Gibson has ripped the loans off, Borough and debt-free investment incoming. Yeah, I've seen some. Is it true? I mean, I don't believe anything on the internet. We're too weak mentally to challenge for promotion. We're too weak mentally. Well, last season we let us. Look, I've heard this. No, I'm not going to say we're weak mentality-wise. I just don't think we're good enough. I don't think there's any weakness in mentality. I don't think our quality is there. Good defenders, I mean, as a team, as a unit, good defenders defend and keep clean sheets. I've not even looked. How many clean sheets have we had this season? Somebody do the homework for me. How many clean sheets we had this season? I bet it's not many. But when you're letting 3 goals in and not good enough. The best teams, the late great Brian Clough, Borough legend, the statue in Albert Park, great striker, opinionated, scored goals for fun. He started, when he was a manager, started at Hartlepool, worked the ladder, not like Gerrard and Rooney thrown in top jobs, Lampard. He worked the ladder, ended up Derby, Forest. First and foremost, he got the spine of the team right. Goalkeeper, centre-backs, central midfield, centre-forwards. Is our spine of the team, I'm asking you as a Borough fan, is our spine of the team top draw? I don't think it is. I think we could do another central midfielder. I know we need to sort the wide position, but I'm looking at his spine. Goalkeeper, I still think he's good enough. Today, he had a clanger, and he's got a clanger in him, but all keepers have. I'd keep the keeper. Centre-backs, we need another pairing, or obviously we've got injuries and whatever. But we need two that's going to play that we can say, hey, tell you what, they're solid, they too. We need full-backs if we're branching out for the spine. We need full-backs. Obviously, Banguera, I felt sorry for. And Dick Steele. Dick Steele's been out in the cold for so long, being alone, whatever. Sort of a forgotten man. He's thrown into deep end. He's in the cauldron of Ellen Road, Leeds United fans. And he's not getting a lot of help. And Banguera's still relatively new. But the spine of the team, Housen and Beleza, obviously Hackney was missing, so we had to play Beleza, but yeah, I still think we could be better in there. And up front, I still think we could be better up front. So So spiny teams, for me, still a long way off. How do you explain the same defensive issues today, Bernie? Even though the Borough defensive players were different, Mark Scott. I say that, Mark. It's not as if we say, oh, that defence, you know, the crap. It's different defenders every week. The keeper stays the same, but in the main, the centre-backs have changed. The right-backs changed, the left-backs changed. But a lot of it, as I say, we cannot just pin the blame on the back four or five. The midfield must carry the can as well. Even up front. Sometimes you sleep in, they play the ball to the right or left back. We sleep in, then they pass the ball forward. They did cause us problems, like down each flank, they caused us massive problems. Jones and Crooks banned next week now as well, so needs some players back. And yeah, I forgot to mention that. Yeah, Jones and Crooks banned as well. But I says that I predicted this months ago. Winter months, sending offs, red cards, yellow cards, injuries, loss of form. And this is where we are. And people say we've not got a big enough squad. Dear God, they want to switch it back to when I played. We had a 13-man squad when I first came to Middlesbrough. We didn't make any excuses. We didn't dwell on the matter. We didn't try and make excuses. We just got on with it. Because that's what the game is about then. We didn't have the money. We would just come out of liquidation. We gelled. We moulded things. We kept the same team and just prayed that we get through it, which we did. So, we've got about a 30-man squad down there. I'm not saying they're all first-team players, but sometimes you need to... It might unearth a gem that we don't know about. I'll come here. Where are we here? I was expecting a bit of defeat today, but hoping for a draw to Robert Cole. Personally, the recent damage was done at Aston Gate, where we should have won. Yeah, Aston Gate was a big blow. It was. As I say, Bristol, they won't be anywhere near the top six. And they scored 3 against us and won 3-2. Yeah, so, hold on a wee minute. Yeah, it's bad news about Jones and Crooks, as I say, and the injuries. And by the way, some people sympathise when you've got injuries. I look at Big Postecoglou. I listen to National Radio. I listen to night when I'm painting. I don't listen during the day. And I listen to the lads are funny that I listen to. I think they're funny. And they're talking about, you get the Spurs fans on playing great football, and the opposing fans will say, yeah, but you've been beat 3 in the bounce. Well, it depends what you want. They've got injuries, they've got suspensions, and the outsider doesn't support Postecoglou. Say, they just look at him and say, yeah, well, you've been beat 3 in the bounce. They don't look at that. There's no excuses. We've got other players, we've got a squad. We need to get 4 clean sheets in the league, Bernie. 4. Not great, is it? 4. What's wrong with Hackney? I don't know his injury. I don't know, to be honest. Obviously, he must be. I thought he'd have been back today, but if I'm honest, I just thought maybe it was a precaution. It was only guessing. I didn't know any information. If somebody told me privately, I'd have kept it. But no, I didn't talk to anybody. As a Leeds fan, I've got to say I was nervous even when 3-1 up. Brett, well done to you. But, Brett, your defence is awful. And our defence is awful. Could have quite easily ended up 4-4, 5-5, 6-5. And Leeds, if they want to do anything in this division, they need to sort that defence out as well. Same as us. Enzo, hi Enzo. I felt the score at 1-0. I left the score at 1-0, sorry. And when I got home, it was 2-1 to Leeds. Yeah. Jones always hits the first man. Did it all last season, Steve Sinton. No, but I say Jones was terrific during the week. Arguably man of the match. Scored 2 goals. Could have had a hat-trick. The game before that, I thought he was poor. The game before that, I thought he was disappointing. Today he was disappointing. Wasn't the game. Never crossed the ball. I never seen Jones crossing 1 ball. And I never seen Rodgers crossing 1 ball of any quality. I seen Rodgers clip the post when he cut in late on the game and he hit it and took a wicked deflection and hit the right post. I personally thought it was in. We don't care how they get in, but hit the post. But you're there as a wide man to help your back two, which I don't think they do, and to create for your front man. And I never seen that today. Even in Bernie, don't forget the goal he did score, the second one was, I think it was a corner. Even in Bernie, just one of those games today. We always seem to end up on the wrong side of it though, losing. Stuart Gurley. Samuel Elliott says, this playing out from the back is suicidal when we don't have the players to pull it off. Samuel, I see loads of clubs doing it. I see Premier League clubs doing it. Clubs that's in the bottom half of the table, fanning about the back, taking chances, taking risks. We get the reason why they do it, is shut the opposing forwards in. I get all that, and to create space, but when it doesn't work, it's a nightmare. I say, if you've not seen the goals today, I'm not just picking them, Belazer and the goalkeeper, but they two start. There's still a bit of work to be done before they score, but they two give them the impetus and give them that. You know, Dieng, he kicked it, he didn't throw it. I'm sure he kicked it straight to the lad who was about 25 yards away. Then he plays it to the inside left, their inside left, or right, and the guy's up, beats a couple of players back stick. Thank you very much. Hey, we are very close to being a very good team. This is for Christopher Abel, but we're not there yet. There's something missing. But what would you do to put a winning run together and sort the team out, Benny? Well, Christopher, our run has been good. I mean, up until the last defeat, I think we'd only been beat once in 12 games. That's a good run. I like stability, continuity. I like the same players, barring injuries and suspension. If they won, they keep the same. Today was the same team as the other night. I think that was obviously down to injuries. I'm sure Hackney would have definitely been back in, and possibly Fry. But when Carrick, and I'll go back to it, when Carrick was a success, his first season, same team every week, barring injury. And it worked a treat, and then when he started to muddle about with the team coming near the crucial part of the season, getting into the playoffs because we'd made it, he started to disrupt things and chop and change, left Akpom out, one or two others, and then the wheels come off and we blew up. I think maybe he's still chasing that settled team. But the minute he can't get it, because so settled team, I think, is the answer. Get his best team, he'll know. Get his best team that's in his head and play it and let it roll. At the minute, I don't know the best front line, do you? I don't know the best central partnership, do you? In midfield, what's the best central midfield partnership? So right up the spine that we were talking about earlier, the three, so you've got two centre backs, do you know the best duo? And obviously there's injuries now, so you don't know the best duo. Do you know the best duo in the central midfield? Is it Belazer? Is it Hackney? Is it Hackney? Is it Howson? Is it you've got a variety now, and up front, who's your centre forwards? I know they don't play as a two, but 1-1. I don't think anybody knows what's the best. But Christopher's confident anyway. Martin Allenby. We will not be anything but a mid-table team until we sort the defence out. 9 goals in 3 away games. That's what it says. Yeah, it needs a rethink. How to approach away games. Sick of not edging games. So frustrating. That's what I use. Frustrating, Martin. It's really, really frustrating to see amateurish goals going against us on a regular basis. And when we're in good positions, you let us bite. Well, I don't bite my nails, but I'm sure other people are biting their nails. Some people will be up with their elbows now, watching the borough defensively. No matter who we're playing, who the opposition is, we're always likely to give a goal away. As somebody mentioned, we've only had 4 clean sheets. It's not great, is it? And 3 goals in 3 games in the last 5 league games. I looked at that before I come on. I thought 3 goals again. Not good enough. Is Woodgate responsible for the poor defensive performances? So Michael's asking me, Michael Hughes. Woody has to take a bit of responsibility, but if you've not got the quality, or they're not listening to what you're telling them, and you've got injuries and suspensions, and you've not got the money to bring replacements in, then your hands are tied. We had Robbie Keane. Robbie Keane was one of the finest strikers in the country. Did he help Assombalonga on that? Did they listen to him? I could pass on the information all day long. Woodgate could to our defence, or Robbie Keane could to our forwards at the time. But if they don't take it on board, and you've not got the money or the quality after them to replace them, then your hands are tied. So I've no doubt Woodgate's experience and knowledge of the game, and he was one of the top players in England, and would have even achieved greater things. He had a great career, but even greater if he was injury free. He can pass all his knowledge and information, but if they don't listen, and you can't replace them because you've not got the financial structure that they're backing, then you just need to bite the bullet and go in it. You keep telling them, but eventually it becomes like talking to a wall. So that's my opinion. Give us yours, Michael. What do you think? Matt Scott says, Who are we going to play in defence against? Ipswich. McNair injured, Dick Steele red carded, both 2 minutes. Anyway, again, pressing teams. Jones has to miss the match too. Yeah, we've mentioned that. As I say, I think we'll be picking names out of hat who's playing where. And the next game, Ipswich Town. You know, did I run? I thought I dropped the best today, but I didn't fear Leeds. Why? Because we'd beat Leicester City at our place. Don't get me wrong, Leicester City had a lot of the ball. They were a very good team. That's why they're top. But we beat them. Late goal, great free kick. So I never went in with any fear today, but just does your head in. Hi Bernie, mate. I'm very disappointed with how we defend at times, and think we need to be much better at the back, but still looking up and in. Carrick we trust. Yeah. Well, yeah. Look, Carrick, Woody and the backroom staff have did great with what they've been given. The lads that's come through the door have did great. The majority came as unknowns. They've started to settle in and prove that they can play. But our defence is still a problem. And a massive problem, not just as a back 4 or 5, as a unit, collectively. You Bruce Rioch used to, I remember us, and this is how Bruce Rioch used to talk. Bruce Rioch came in he came in a few times a season and he'd look at me as a centre forward and say, it's your fault we lost the goal. And I went, what are you on about? My fault? I'm centre forward. Yeah, because the keeper, you turn your back, look to see where you're taking up your position or who's on your right or left, and then the ball gets thrown, you sleep in, he goes up the flank, he gets the ball in, bang, goal. It's your fault. And at the time I used to argue and go, you're joking, aren't you? And then a couple of days later you would sit back and go, he's right, you know. And we're doing that. But Jones and Rodgers got a responsibility to defend as well. It's not just about attacking, which they want to do, I get that, and excite and turn it on. You need to do the dirty work as a forward-thinking player. It's no good. I never enjoyed it. I used to hate it. But it's part of your job, part of your role, and you need to adapt. And if you don't adapt, then you'll be out as well. Christine Shoes, hiya Christine. Paddy fought for 2 goals, gets beaten there. I have to say James. So James is the Welsh lad, who's at Man United, wasn't he? Good footballer. He comes in backstep when the balls come in. When there's an all, yeah, we could do a wee bit more experience. But saying that, how's